3B Video. This is Roger. Oh, yeah, I can look that up for you. Yeah, just give me a second. Yeah, you know what? Looks like it's not in the system. Guess we don't have that one. Is there anything else I can help you with? Oh, shit, that's a good one, dude. Yeah, let me check. I'm pretty sure we have it, though, but just make sure. Oh, dude. 0 for 2. Looks like we don't have that one either. I know, man. The computer don't lie. Maybe you got another choice. Third time's a charm, right? I don't even have to look. That one is actually sitting right here, if you can believe that. Yeah, all you gotta do is come in and pick it up. All right. See you in a few. Bye. This job would be all right if it wasn't for the fucking customers. Oh, hello, internet fans. And welcome to 3B Video. I'm your host, Rotten Roger DeMarco. And today, we're gonna be talking about Casey Bascom's 2003 film, Fear of the Dark. This film is a sleeper, for sure. For those of you that don't know about this film, here is your plot synopsis. A 12-year-old boy has a paralyzing fear of the dark, and his older brother attempts to keep him grounded in reality during a thunderstorm when the power is flickering on and off. There's a little bit more to it than that, but we'll get into that after we take a look at
Rocky Rogers! Splatter Facts.
This is a PG-13 film. It's a little light. We have 1 dead body. We have 0 titties. I didn't see any. None of them. We have yodeling beach music, obligatory incoming storm, possessed TV, spooky CGI shadows, 1 $500 flashlight, multiple gotcha gags, 1 light suit, peanut butter mayonnaise sandwiches, hallway stalking, rope light ghost trap, Egon Spengler would be proud, fear dogs, and shitty CGI roaches. The methods of death include and are limited to off-screen.
God damn you, PG-13.
Little ha-ha primatine. All right, so now on to my overall thoughts of this film, guys. This is one of those direct-to-video PG-13 horror films that was shoved on the shelves of blockbusters and movie galleries, Hollywood videos, and all of that hoopla, just as a space filler. And it had really bad cover art, so it didn't seem to get picked up a lot. And that's a shame because there is a lot more to this film than meets the eye. If you just judge the book by the cover, you would never find out how absolutely rad this movie is. First of all, it stars Jesse James from the Amityville remake, Butterfly Effect, and a whole slew of other things, and this kid can lead a movie. This kid can steal a show. Super talented dude. I'm not sure what he's doing now, but when he was an adolescent, he was running shit. And it also stars, as his older brother, Kevin Zegers, from the Dawn of the Dead remake, from Frozen, and a whole bunch of other shit as well. Another very talented guy who can carry a movie when he needs to, and you put the two of these kids together, they have a very believable, realistic dynamic as older brother, younger brother. The older brother wants to protect the younger brother, but still his younger brother. So he's gonna fuck with him a little bit. You know, it's a very playful, realistic relationship. And I think if you had cast anybody other than these two, it might not have come across as genuine as it does in this film. And this was one of those movies that I bought when our local movie gallery was going out of business, and it probably sat on my shelf for close to a year before I said, I don't have anything going on today, let me check out this flick. And I wish I would have done it sooner because this movie is really, really good. It has some faults, but for the most part, it is a top-notch horror film, especially a PG-13 horror film. It definitely has that Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark vibe. This is a good entry-level horror film because it's very light. There's not gore, there's not blood and guts and things like that. It relies heavily on atmosphere, and this movie fucking oozes with atmosphere. And for a direct-to-video horror film that is PG-13, you would expect kind of cookie-cutter dialogue. And the writing in this film is actually far better than like 90% of the stuff you would see on the shelves of Movie Gallery that was just a direct-to-video film. My only real gripe about this film is the monsters, the shadow monsters. They're very cheap looking. They have a very like Spirit Halloween, we spent $46 on the costume look, but the movie redeems itself because it doesn't give us too much of them. I feel like if the movie had dwelled on these demons, these ghosts, whatever you want to call them, the movie would have lost a lot of its punch. But since this movie keeps them in the shadows a lot and gives us like an hour and 10 minutes of atmosphere before saying ghost, that really helps sell this movie. And the ghosts are a little hokey, but you can get past that because the overall presentation of the film is so strong. There are things about this film that I do kind of scratch my head and question, like the family knows that their son has a fear of the dark. And they have all of these precautions set in place in case the power were to go out or things like that to stop this kid from becoming completely unhinged. But all of their emergency lights, all of their reserve batteries and all of this shit, they keep in the attic of their house. Why? Because they're stupid suburban parents. It makes zero sense. Hey, the power's out. You know what we should do? We should go up into the attic that's already dark and scary. And now that the power is out, it's 10 times worse, so we can look for battery. Genius. Most people have a junk drawer. It's under the microwave. Go put your flashlight batteries in, Billy, or whatever your fucking name is. And this movie does really push a lot of that. What was that? Did you hear that trope? I'm gonna go look. Do you know what that was? I don't know what that was. I'm gonna investigate. I didn't see what I just saw. Let me look again. Nope. Not a ghost there anymore. I don't believe in looking at things. A lot of that going on in this movie. It's fine because it pushes the story forward, but once they use it a couple of times, you go, hey, you already did this one. Let's move on. Maybe there's a cat can jump out of something. And gratuitous, I'll be right backs.
You don't know the rules?
Scream reference. Deep cut. See you in the kitchen with a knife. This movie really does knock it out of the park as far as the atmosphere, the tension, the relationship between the brothers, the dialogue. Everything is really, really nice. There's a couple of subtle scares, like with the TV, playing Evil Dead and things like that. It's a really cute movie, if that makes sense coming out of my mouth. It's a movie that you should be cool showing your 10-year-old brother or sister or kid. Cut them loose on this one and be like, I'll see you in an hour and a half, see if you make it. Because again, it is not overly scary. The ghosts are pretty average. In my opinion, the old lady ghost is by far the scariest ghost, and she has the least amount of screen time. And I think that was because the filmmakers were like, God, that is actually pretty fucking terrifying. Let's not scare the fuck out of everybody since we're aiming for the PG-13 audience. So I don't really have a lot of negative things to say about this movie. In my opinion, it is 100% popcorn as fuck. Because this movie is just too much fun to be forgotten. It's this little PG-13 horror film that has tons of atmosphere, a great cast, and it just demands to be seen. So if you haven't seen it, you need to find a way to see it. Come on in, I'll let you rent it, I promise. And I realize that in the real world, out there, this is just a direct-to-video horror film with very below average cover art that people would just walk right by. But in here, in 3B video, this B movie is the movie. And I suppose I should probably get going because after all, there's a lot of movies out there. Somebody's got to watch them. So why not me, right? I just noticed we don't have a cash register anymore. Evil, what'd you do?